And what the drivers say they fear most of all is a head-on collision with a blind tube mare.
Personally, I think the management should round him up. Get rid of him.
What's up, YouTube? Hello, it's me. So, I'm going to be reacting to something linked to my last reaction video, which was Des O'Connor and Freddie Starr. And I'm fairly sure that on that night that the last one was recorded, Des O'Connor also had on Oliver Reed and Stan Boardman. And Oliver Reed was outrageous and pissed, as you will see. This is what I'm going to react to now. And Stan Boardman was also, well, you'll see, I'm not going to do it in this one, I'm going to do it as a separate video. Stan Boardman told a joke that is just classic. And as I've said on a lot of these old videos, I saw this live probably, I don't know, 1985 maybe, something like that. I would have been about 14, 15 years old. And I remember seeing this show and it was absolutely brilliant. Poor old Des O'Connor had to deal with a drunk, a terrible, sort of shocking joke, which is hilarious, and Freddie Starr, who's just a nightmare. So yes, let's dive right in, as I like to say, to Oliver Reed on Des O'Connor. Dive right in. Hold on. QVT.
Oliver, that Castaway, the movie, it's based on a true story. What attracted you, apart from the obvious talents I saw there on the beach, what attracted you to the role?
Well, it's a funny thing you should answer these questions that I'm going to ask you.
I get the feeling this could be fun as well.
I want to understand that it's extraordinarily difficult for me to be able to follow comedians. And they asked me when I knew that I was going to be on your show. I was immensely excited.
You really look it.
And I thought, how do you follow Monsieur Starr? And so I went to my tailor and found out that Sandy Gore and I both had splits in our trousers. No, why did I what?
Why did you choose that film? But I'd rather ask you something else.
I did the job. Everybody was taking me for a villain.
Because it's a job.
And suddenly I could play a teddy bear.
You're a cuddly character in this.
Yes. Well, I lost weight for it.
4 stone.
Yes, I did. I was...
Why did you do that? Was that vanity, or was that the fact you're going to run around stark?
No, because... If anybody goes to see this movie, there's such a storm. And I mean, I had it in Women in Love, which is the last time I had to take my trousers off. But there was a storm.
But you're not shy about taking your strides off, are you? I mean, and I'm told that you do have...
Am I helping you?
No, but it doesn't matter. I'm here to find out little things about you that we do not know. And there's one thing that I was told, I can't believe, you have a tattoo in a very unusual place.
Yes, on my...
Oliver.
I was told that you might answer in a different way answer that, but...
Sorry, on my winkle.
On your winkle. Why would you do a thing like that? Wasn't it painful, Oliver?
Well, strange enough, I was in Barbados, and I'm a great fan of cricket.
Cricket?
Yes, incidentally, Parky, I met today. He's promoting this, he's giving prizes for the Roux brothers. He said, regards. But I was in Barbados, and I watched cricket in Barbados, and we had a bet, and then they put a red cricket ball, actually it was the Black Ball Cricket Club, on my shoulder. And I waited until I was 43, because when I was in the army, everybody used to have tattoos, and we always thought we were very grown up. And then I had an eagle's head put over the top of it, because I thought the cricket club wasn't butch enough. And so people said to me, why have you got an eagle's head and a cricket ball on your shoulder? And I used to say, you should see where it's perched. One day, I was on Christmas Eve, and there's a pub called the Cock and Bull on Sunset Strip in Los Angeles. And I was with a dear friend of mine called John Miller, who claims to have found Lord Lucan and got lots through his flak jacket. And so we had a bet and went off to this little Korean tattooist who refused to tattoo me on that part of my anatomy. But his wife said she would. Oh! So I went upstairs and I thought, well, I've got to see it through. And this is being very serious. There's no joke attached to this. Very serious. It made my eyes water. And so Miller phoned up my girlfriend at the time, the beautiful Josephine, and said, Josephine, always upstairs subbing as Willie. Done with the...
You ever wish you'd never said anything in the first place?
It's a long story. We've got 7.5 minutes.
Yes.
Anything else?
You sold your little part of Surrey and went there. What do the locals make of you? I mean, what do you do? What is someone like you who's a bit of a hellraiser? What are you doing going?
Well, the only reason I chose... somebody knows Guernsey. The only reason I chose Guernsey is because of the winter. And in the winter, when it gets very rough and the sailors can't go out and fish and catch their nets, and the fish is full of nets and their lobster pots and things, they celebrate the winter by imbibing. And it's a way to get to know the local crop. Plus the fact that they grow flowers, and when flowers don't... Plus the fact it's one of the few places that I know in the world that I can trust my daughter to walk down the street.
Very beautiful. That movie there, I've only caught a glimpse of it, and I'm told it's going to be very successful, but are you happy with the kind of role?
No, actually, I've got to pay my electricity bills. And a lot of people have always been, haven't we all? And we have. And I want to retire. I want to write children's books. And I think...
Children's books?
What is that expression out of the...
Well, I don't know what tattoos you're going to put in that, but I did say in the introduction, Oliver, and I was...
Star will tell you.
Yeah, actually, you and him are a right-wing double, you two. I was told that Oliver, is a character to be fun, and he's never dull, and I'd certainly agree with that. He's certainly not dull, is he? Ladies and gentlemen, Oliver Reed, we wish him every success.
Yes, it's also worth saying, of course, that that's live. So there's absolutely nothing that poor old Des O'Connor could do about that. Great stuff. Nice to see something shocking from 1985-ish, when people go on about how shocking things are these days. But those days there wasn't much content about, wasn't much media about. There were 2 or 3 channels, and probably millions of people watched that and heard him say cock. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again sometime.
Blind tube mare.
Personally, I think the management should round them up. Get rid of them.